Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid, and we are back with Your Dreams and My Memes. We got a message from Ulm. Treachery! Lanka and Abyssia have pieced out, leaving me to stand alone against Lanka. Demons of a feather. The next 2 turns will make or break, as I'm going to try to hold the line on these captured lands. 51 is a pretty solid province, for which I will fight to the end. P.S. Treachery may not be intentional. It sounds like the Abyssia player thought I was not committing to attack Ulm after receiving Lanka's bless info. We may be barbarians, but we stay true to our word and the Brotherhood of Ulm. Cool. From Pangea, well, I might have been hard countered. I don't think I have time, but I'm going to try a hard pivot into thugging because my white centaurs are getting spanked. Okay. From Ubar, all right, well, that one's slightly better until it straight up didn't, but screw those guys. I have some Shaitan ready. Now I just need to catch the shitters. Okay. And TNG has claimed the Throne of Death, which he paid the iron price for. Takes out some barbs that I think attacked near his cap. There's a lot of barb events this game. Let's go to Ulm. Let's go see what's happening. Well, let's actually do it from this so we don't get surprised. Does Lanka attack Ulm? He does not. So he pings this. There's now 43 Insuras and all the militia. And Ulm has everything. Oh, there's a lot of dudes. My money's on Ulm, except I would do more PD. Because the archers you're going to get in PD are actually pretty good here. And recruit archers, too. He's got some slingers and ogres. He's got a lab. My money's on Ulm. But I could see Lanka winning. I mean, this is only... I mean, I guess he'll have more demons coming in next turn if they can make it. Pangea, 7 Rakshasas. We will see. We will see. Maybe if he gets Bloodlust, that could also be something that swings it for Lanka. Or a ton of Summon Imps could also swing it. So that's going to be really interesting when that happens. They're holding the line over here. Not much action. Abyssia, meanwhile, looks to have... So, okay, well, we've heard they pieced out from Ulm. So I guess this stuff was like an exchange. But, yeah, Abyssia probably is going to go on this throne, I'm guessing. The Throne of Fortune. That would be kind of nice. Get rid of one of the misfortunes scales. Cool. Coming over to Micklin. He attacks this way. He's trying to find his way home. Oh, yeah, you can see this is the... So Micklin was here this previous turn. And Helheim moved everything here, which was the logical move from Micklin, where this army probably would have been spanked. And I don't know if he had more mercs in it that are now further gone, but this is now just an extremely beleaguered force. And so, yeah, Micklin's done. Hinnom... Okay, Hinnom attacks into Ubar, and Ubar now has Sultan. These guys look to be on guard commander. These guys are attacking rear. I don't exactly understand if you're going to have the Sultan do it. I think one of the things, like, if you have a Sultan that's going to tank it, how much do you really want to give him support? Especially if you know there's, like, if there's a Melkort here or something, it's different. Wait, did they kill the commanders? Oh, they sniped the commanders. It actually worked. Wait, wasn't there a Sultan back here? Where the fuck is he? Oh, now he lands. So I don't know, Grippa. I mean, I think I would have used the Sultan earlier. You probably didn't need to lose those Gen Warrior. You probably could have just killed these guys. It'd been better than routing them. Let's look at what the Sultan scripted. We'll see what Grippa's research is. Blessing, Mirror Image, Iron Skin, Mist Form, only 28 fatigue. Yeah, I mean, I think with the Javelins, there's an argument to be made. I think if you have Iron Skin, you might not have to worry about the Javelins as much, but there's an argument to be made with the Javelins that you do Air Shield. Okay. So he's routed them. Did he do any other deployments? I don't think so. There's a Sultan here. Yeah, I would put the Jinn into like a Doom stack. I wouldn't be spending them. If you have it with this Bless, I think you try to fight with the Sultan and use the Jinn just for like a Doom stack kind of army. I think he's using them a little like very cavalierly. They're hard for him to get. They're expensive too. So I wouldn't use them like throwaway stuff. The Sultan can tank these things. I think the Sultan could take this whole army. Especially with Alt 3. Though some of that remains to be seen. I mean, because they're going to pass out. Like, they've got to kill him before they fatigue out, and they're going to fatigue out pretty quickly. And we've covered Micklin. Okay, coming over to Calum. All right, so Calum is now in position to strike Tirnanog this turn. Presumably he's going to move some reinforcements over here, but he's about to attack Tirnanog. And poor Tirnanog doesn't still have hardly any elves. He's got some slingers inside this fort. He's got some guys here. They could probably make it if he moves them all this turn, anticipating it. If you see this many birds on your border, it's a bad sign. Whether he anticipates it or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, if he moves all the elves here, he could potentially win a fight. But because of kind of how like elves don't really like being surrounded, it might be good if you could fight with a bit of PD. Gonna give the birds something to do while the elves are chewing through them. Because the elves need like 5 turns to sit here and chew through enough birds to get them to rout. And he just doesn't have many troops left after all those bumps and expansion. And it's really unfortunate. Okay, takes out some barbs here. Let's see if we can watch some barbs get pegged to a tree. Okay. He's got some slingers here. I guess he's thinking I need slingers for Helheim. Slinger's not going to be very good against Calum. Okay, that covers that. Coming over to Pangea. He moves the Doom stack over here, but doesn't have a prophet. I think the prophet must be dead, and is moving 5 Centaurite Hierophotites, or whatever you call them. The god, nowhere to be seen, probably back home somewhere. If you lose the god, you lose the game with Pangea here, because they're super all in on this Bless. If they're going to take a big fight, though, I'd be really interested to see if they do the line attack rear with the god for the auto Bless. That would be really cool. I think that actually would work. I think that would win the fight for them. But we also may see the god thug up. But the problem, though, is they've got 4 out of 5 of Pangea's cap circle. They're close to being able to cut off. He can still trace income from all his provinces, but next turn he might not be able to. You know, if they just take this one. So presumably we're going to have a big battle next turn, which may be part of this episode. It's looking like it will, because we're going pretty quick. Tianchi kills these barbs. I thought he did that. Maybe we already covered that. And I think we've covered this column with these guys are squaring off. Let's go ahead and look at the next turn, turn 19. Turn 19, here we are, message from Ubar. Finally, granted I wish I killed more of them as they routed, but finally it's time to go on the offensive. Look, Dad, killer instinct. Ignore the fact that Hinnom started this war, I'm going to finish it. Yeah, they activated Grippa's trap card. It's always a bad omen if Grippa attacks you without you attacking him first. Okay. Ubar attacking here. See, again, I would keep these guys, even these dudes. I think they're going to beef up another stack. I don't think the Shaitan need them. But having these as part of some other group, like maybe a group where you have a prophet and you roll these guys around as a Doom stack, it's going to make a big difference. But I don't think this guy needs it. And Grippa's prophet should be coming back pretty soon. You could profit if you get a good heroic trade on a Sultan, you could profit him. But I probably wouldn't do that. Oh, he snipes the commander. God, this would be so annoying as Hinnom. Let's watch this again. I would probably profit... what would I profit? I don't know. It needs to be a flying Jinn. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you might as well do a Shaitan. But you're kind of just wasting commander points there a little. No, I'd probably do a Shaitan. Not a Shaitan, a Sultan. And I mean, I think you could just kill these guys. I think that would be better. He's also attacking here. Oh, we get another fight. Yeah, I definitely think that's the right call, is taking... You want to have these guys, I think, go alone. Oh, Mist Form's also going to be really good against Javelins. So yeah, you're going to get these guys killed. The Sultan doesn't need help. Look at these guys. They're not going to kill him. Yeah, they're fatigued out. And see, this is better. You get more kills. Turn them into little long dead for you. So yeah. Hopefully Grippa learns these things. But let's see. It's really just a lot of like... And these things matter. Like, you need them to siege through your forts. If you have some big epic battle where he has Melkorts now and you can't really rely on these guys to super combatant, which, by the way, you know, you give him a great sort of sharpness to help deal with Melkorts. You're going to want that Jinn army then. They're going to be getting killed to attrition, right? So anyway, that's my guess, what I'm thinking. I mean, obviously, if you lose a Sultan, it's a big deal. He doesn't want that to happen. But these Sultan are pretty beefy. Because I did give him Regen, right? Yeah, these guys aren't... It's going to take a long time to kill him. I mean, you can kill them like we talked about with the Melkort kit, but in that case, that's where I think you want a lot of these guys with great sorts of sharpness or other things. Anywho, that's that. Oh, God. Micklin didn't wait. He had this army. He could have combined them. He rode out early. So he's spamming out in large. How does that even work? Wait, who got hit there? It's targeting the lizards? The fuck? Oh, they're just a big sprite. Oh, it's targeting these toads, isn't it? Is it targeting the toads? It's not targeting the jaguars? That sucks. Oh, these guys got hit. 37 hit points compared to these guys who are 34. So yeah, enlarge doesn't actually work off the 30% bonus you get. Doesn't work off. It's not post. It's not after all of this other stuff. So it's only giving you like 4 bonus hit points. It kind of sucks. Protection would be a lot better here, actually. I think that would be a lot better. And body ethereal, because there's just too many guys here. I think I don't know if he could. I don't think his fort was cracked. I think he wanted to wait a turn. And these guys are just so outnumbered. I think this is one of the things. It's really easy to draw the conclusion this is the only way the matchup could have gone. Like, Helheim's just taking really good fights. Like, this fight just... There's no chance for Micklin, even if he had, like, a really optimal bless. Tanglevines would be helpful here, though. I don't know how much the AI likes casting it. I mean, I know Like indie shamans and stuff will cast it. Oh, they're casting it some. I see it being cast. Is it working? Alright, run, mages. It's time to run. Oh, these poison spits are kind of cool, too. I don't think they ended up poisoning much. I kind of want to watch that again. It was kind of cool last show of a battle. Yeah, I think the enlarge... Sadly, I think these things were going on the toads, because these are size 3. So they were, you know... I mean, the large doesn't really matter. It's actually best on the toads, because it's not building on the whole HP pool of these guys. Protection, though, would have been real nice. I want to see if the toads do anything with their poison spit. Okay, they're hitting these guys with the poison spit. I like the idea of the toads. Yeah, they are hitting things. Some things. You can see a couple of things with getting poison ticks on them. How much ammunition do they have? 5? That's not a lot. And a size 4 trampler? Yeah, okay, so enlarge on these guys actually is kind of sick. I think this was like a great call getting the Jaguar Toads. And they have a ton of hit points. I think this actually is a real good call. And the Poisonous Skin is actually decent. I believe... We'll have to see. I think it does fatigue damage. Yeah, look at these guys. They're really fatigued out compared to the... Oh, they're a little more fatigued out. It's hit by contact with poison. Can't remember. Some of the Poisonous Skin does like fatigue damage, and some of it does HP damage. I mean, this could have worked. Not with this composite. I like how he was thinking about it. You know, like the enlarge on the toads was actually decent. I think you wanted protection on the Jaguars, and you needed like 50 Jaguars here. You know, but maybe if he just waited a turn. You know, he got kind of lucky. Not lucky, but, you know, like, Helheim left this province for Micklin to come in. Well, Micklin could have then rode out with this army and that. I think he had a chance of winning. I'm not here to say he would have won, but it had the makings of it. Like, it could have maybe worked. I think he probably also needed some archers or something. Like, the toads is great, because the toads are going to trample them and hurt them a lot. And the poison's going to do stuff. If he had protection on them, you know, it's fun to think it could have worked. I don't know. That was a cool battle. Helheim raiding over here too. Kills a bunch of stuff. And it's looking like Micklin's in deep, deep trouble. I mean, they've been out of the game for a few turns, but I'm so glad they took the time to script and give us a cool final battle. Many thanks to you, Micklin. You poor person. You had to pilot this crazy build I gave you. Cool. I hope that was entertaining for everybody. And everybody, say your parting words to Micklin in the chat or in the comments. Okay, Hinnom. We've already covered this. He got kind of roasted here. Hopefully he switches to Dawn Guards and Melkorts. I'm kind of waiting for that. Dawn Guards are kind of the thing you want to be building, I believe. I'm not an expert in this matchup, but I'm pretty sure Dawn Guards and Melkorts are what you want to make here. And I believe that covers that column, which leaves us with Calum and Tirnanog. And Calum has indeed attacked Tirnanog with a big force, including a lot of archers. And a lot of mages. He's already sniped the commander. That was pretty goddamn clean. The fort is cracked now. What do you do? I guess this is just free infrastructure for birds. I'm really liking how Calum's playing so far. And this is one of the things, like, there's not a lot of resistance blesses and stuff on this map. So these weapon blesses are going to be better in this kind of like super weird meta. And if he gets like 400 archers with Divine Blessing, it could be pretty fucking nuts. Or like 300 archers. Especially if he finds some fire sites, gets some fire income. He could like empower an Eagle King because they can very rarely random fire. I think that's the way you do it, is Calum. They might have some other guy who can do it. I know these guys have a very small chance to random fire. But maybe there's some other way he can do it. He will have it on his god as well. You know, oh, flaming arrows, I don't think that's going to work. I actually don't remember. Flaming arrows works on these guys, but we'll leave that to Calum to figure out. But poor Tirnanog put in a very desperate position after a very rough early game. We'll see what he does to respond. I don't think he can defend this. This is kind of like a nightmare, too, for elves. Like, elves hate archers. Elves don't really like flyers unless they really outnumber the flyers. And, like, even the thugs, you don't really want to thug into, like, potentially air elementals, which he probably doesn't have yet, but, you know, he's probably thinking about them. So that's a start to that war. The interesting thing in this whole dynamic is, this war with Micklin's about over, right? It's going to be over in 3 turns. So, you know, like, he's going to storm the cap this turn. It's only going to take him a couple turns to raid the rest of the land. And he's going to be a free agent then. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. He may sit here and kind of hang tight, or he may start doing crazy shit. Kerberti 1 has moved over here. I'm guessing there might be some corpses here. But he probably needs to start a blood hunting operation pretty soon, just to generate corpses for the Raven of the Underworld to eat. By the way, Calum is a pretty good matchup against Helheim as well, I think. He's gonna struggle to deal with a fully developed Raven of the Underworld, but I think everything else, like, you definitely don't want to march Hellherdings into, like, mass these archers. They would mess him up. TNG. These things are happening. Oh no, Baratos went on top of Pangea's capital. This is just PD, he wasn't patrolling. None of these guys are going to do well. And there's at least a lot of javelins, but they're all ethereal. And they've got shields. That's not enough. It's not enough. It is not enough. Call Mom and tell her it's not enough. Oh no. Oh god, that's a lot of Colossi warriors. Oh god. Let's watch that again. If you're not paying attention, the fight's over before you know what happens with these Centaur. Oh, they were going to snipe the commander. They kind of went on the wrong side. If they went on this side, they might have had a shot. Oh, what a disaster. Poor Pangea. Were they out holding attack? Yeah. I don't know if he's going to think of this. He probably won't, but I would... Oh, you got a Baratos priest here. Okay, way to go, Pangea. I feel like this is a pretty predictable... Oh, you can't get the god out. The god's trapped in here. The god with all the centaurs on... I think you get... He's going to go on your cap. I think you bring... If you're Pangea, you bring these guys back. Like, sneak them through or whatever. Get them back here, and then you ride on top of the cap with your god. Does he have a Holy 3 here? Yeah, he does. There's still a very small chance that you could close before they get Divine Blessing off and even kill their Prophet. Or just do a lot of damage. I don't know what the odds are. I think it's possible. I'm guessing it's possible. It probably depends whether they're on the front or the back position. I don't even know. But I want to see it, if nothing else, just for the memes. Sadly, I can't give advice to players or suggest things. Because this is up there, I would think about breaking my vow of secrecy just to suggest it to see it. But we're not going to do that. And we're already like 3 turns ahead of this, so I can't really intervene in fate. Plus, it's unethical. We wouldn't do it. But this is going to be interesting. Pangea is in a very hard spot. I think the advantages Pangea has is he knows Beratos wants to move here. I think the actual smart move from Beratos, knowing that Pangea knows this, is to move off the cap and move everything here. Because if you get defeated in detail, you're in trouble. The problem is this army is going to be able to wreck a lot of stuff. I don't know if all these guys could kill it. So we'll have to see. Anywho, we'll have to tune in next turn to see what happens there, but that's exciting. Tianchi, again, not much. Lanka. Oh, Lanka YOLO's in. There's just a lot of garbage here. And a lot of garbage is exactly what you want. He's been summoning too. He's got slingers. He's got archers. I don't think he did a PD dump though. This is probably just like a 10 PD. He's got long dead. He's casting fireflies. Alright, the Steel Warriors are starting to close. And they are 1 hit, 1 kill. Oh, but the imps are coming in from Lanka. Lanka's bringing everything. But there's too many Steel Warriors. They've routed one of these demon squads, which leaves only 1 flank. Oh no, they're gonna get in the mage core. Run, you goddamn monkeys, run. Oh no, some of them haven't made it. Will some of them get away? Oh no. Oh no. God, I'm rooting. This is the hard thing. I don't know who to root for. Like, I'm so stoked with Ulm and I'm so stoked with Lanka. They're just these such ridiculous builds. You just want it to work so bad. Just a few monkeys left. Wow. That was a big fight. We'll watch that again. Okay, so the Insurus killed 60 dudes. He lost half of them. So that's a silver lining. A decent number of them escaped. He lost the chaff, which he doesn't care about, but he lost 4 mages, which he does care about. His prophet, who I think is this Bandar commander, also escaped. That's a silver lining. From Ulm's side, he wins the battle. So I think he could probably used a bit more PD. He lost half of his Steel Warriors. So again, it's about as many Ansura. It's actually the exact amount. It's 28 and 28. It's like we keep getting the same number here. But he has, a proper army here. He lost the Long Dead, but he kept a lot of the archers, and the archers got 10 kills. That's significant. He's got these Axe Warriors. He lost 7 of those. They got 7 kills. The Barbs got some kills, but they died. Killer Manuses are dead. The Slingers got 7 kills. Again, the Archers are a pretty good call here. They're not units that normally see a lot of play in early age, but here they're definitely pulling their weight. I don't know if he has what it's going to take to do the killing blow to Lanka, though. Like, maybe he attacks here. But, like, moving this army is actually dangerous. Oh, he's found a Basilisk's Cave. Ooh, alt 20 bonus. That's sexy as hell. That's so nice. Like, what do you do here? Do you attack? They could combine forces. This is risky. This army could die pretty easily. These guys could combine here and kill this. Oh, it's 31 PD, though. Okay. Yeah, he would win if he... So he's just holding this front. And then he's going to feed all the reinforcements here. So this army's not moving. If Lanka attacks here, he's probably out of the game. I don't know if he knows this is a trap. But this is a big fucking trap. I think what Ulm's going to do is probably summon some more stuff, maybe attack with a small portion of the army, or with the army, but leave the mages back to summon more stuff, and then like reinforce. It's going to be a slow grind, I think, to kill Lanka with Ulm. But that was such a cool battle. Let's watch it again. Popcorn out. I won't talk. Woo! What a fight. What a fight. You'll never see a fight like this again. Between plus 10 strength and larger, so it's like in total like 13 strength, steel warriors against literally the stop hitting yourself bless from Lanka. How amazing. Alright, Robsy is playing Lanka. Show us what you got, buddy. Turn this around. Poor Lanka, they got attacked by Abyssia, then they got attacked by Ulm. I'm hoping they can keep it together. And then they defeated Abyssia, you know, but then they got all their commanders assassinated. They got attacked by Indies here that wiped out one of their stacks. I'm rooting for both of you. But at the moment, because you're behind, I'm rooting for you, Robsia. All right. Oh, gosh. This is a disaster. Again, I'm going to stop saying my thing, but I think he should not have all these genie with him. It should just be the Sultan. I mean, the genie can also technically HP route the Sultan. There are some Dawn Guard. It's possible the Dawn Guard hit him. 3 harass penalty. Yeah, maybe they were the key for him surviving this. Right now they're all fatigued out. Oh, hard times ahead for Hinam. I think like a stack of Dawn Guard would change things. The problem, though, is he's losing a lot of these Jinn in attrition. And if you don't have the Jinn as like a main army, then you've only got one trick, and the one trick is like a Sultan with a few bodyguards. And what you really want to have is you don't know what you're going to get. You're either going to get a Sultan or you're going to get an army, which is going to have a lot of these Ifrit warriors in it. And maybe like a Sultan that's got a great sword of sharpness or something to fuck up Melkwarts. Right, so like having 2 flavors of things is a lot better than only having 1 flavor. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. And you're going to reduce attrition, I think. But if the Sultan would have died from something like this, it would change. But I mean, he's got regen. We haven't even seen regen get used. Okay. Anyway, that's that. Does Grippa have a magic throne around him? That would be super sick. Because I remember I only gave him magic 2. Luck. Golden throne, no. Does that throne exist on the map? Nope. Okay, so Grippa turning things around, but still suffering significant attrition in the Jinn department. Jinn he can't afford to lose. Because he needs to, like, pop these forts with these Jinn. And all Hinam has to do, it's looking bad for Hinam. Hinam's had some bad losses. All Hinam really has to do is come up with the kit to kill these Sultan. And then, which Hinam has the tools to do. You know, it's a Melkward with a great sword of sharpness and enchanted salt. And that's going to fuck the Sultan up. But, you know, if these guys can kill the Melkward, you know, it's a game. So we'll just have to see. The problem, though, is right now Grippa just has this one strategy. But we'll see. We will see what the fight evolves into. And, yeah, that brings us back where we started here with Micklin. And we are at 34 minutes, so I think we will call it here, and we'll see you next time. Take care, folks.